Everything in the open today, no breakout. Alan?
No breakout. Right, Arne, good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you. Your first League Cup tie as Liverpool manager, there'll be lots of firsts, won't there, throughout the year. Where does this one lie in your priorities for the football club?
It's very important because it's the next game we play, and that's always the most important one. And I know the history of this club. I know what happened last year. I know how special winning a cup can be. So we are far away from that because it's only the first game and a lot have to be played. And we have a difficult tie against West Ham, fortunately at home. But it's a game to look forward to and an important one, as always. The next game is.
And do you see this as a chance to utilise the squad? I'm sure there are a lot of players wanting game time, and you probably wanting to give them game time.
Yeah, I want all of them to play. Unfortunately, that's not possible because you can only name 11. But we will play with the best possible team, and that can sometimes also mean that other players that have played a lot or maybe a bit more tired. So that means, because the differences are so small, that I will select for this game different players. But they will come in today and we will look at how fit they are, and then I will make the decision who's going to start and who isn't.
Is Federico Chiesa pushing for a start, and would you like to see him 90 minutes?
No, I don't think he's able to play 90 minutes. He only played 25 now as a maximum in the last 3, 4 or 5 months. He didn't play. I don't think he played any friendly as Juve as well. So, but he's able to start, in our opinion. And if he will, yeah, let's see. There are many options we have, but he's able to start, in our opinion. But I don't think he's able to play 90 at the level we are playing tomorrow against a strong West Ham team.
I know Kelleher has been the goalkeeper in this competition in the main for the last few seasons. How is Alisson in terms of his fitness?
It's sure that Queeve will be in goal tomorrow. Alisson is getting there, but I think this game is coming just a bit too early, and we're looking at the weekend against Wolves, but it's going to be tight. So let's see if he manages to be there, but he will not be there tomorrow. So Queeve will be in goal tomorrow. That's the one thing I know for sure at this moment.
Just as holders of the trophy, does that make it different, do you feel? I know fans love winning trophies. Liverpool keep on winning this trophy.
Yeah, not only fans love winning trophies, players do, and managers do as well. So we all love to win something, but that's far away. We have to play our first game of this tournament tomorrow. And like I said, it's a tough one with West Ham United at home. But yeah, it's always nice to win something, and I know in the history of the club, they won it a lot of times. And recently, last season, in a very special way, with so many youngsters on the pitch in the final. So I think if you've won it last season, it gives a bit of how should I say this in English? We are aware of the fact that we won it last season, so that we are the holders of that trophy. So we have to protect that. Is that the right word to use? Maybe not perfect, but we're going to give everything to win it again. Let's put it that way.
Just finally, from me, a word on West Ham. Their start to the season has not been what they would have wanted, really. How do you see them in terms of coming to Anfield?
Yeah, tough start as well. They face some strong opponents. And I saw during their games that they have very good spells as well. Sometimes we're a bit unlucky with the result. A lot of good players brought in a lot of players in the summer window that haven't been implemented yet, but maybe there's a chance for them tomorrow to start. So they will come back stronger because of all the quality they already had last season and which they brought in. We have a good manager as well, so. Hopefully it is going to take them a few days extra, but they will come back stronger than they first started the season.
Thank you. Paul?
Hi Arne. How important is it to get that rhythm into the players who haven't played as many minutes this season? And how excited are you to see them playing some competitive football from the start?
They have the ones that haven't played a lot here at Liverpool have played their games for the countries, but it's important for them to keep getting playing time, and it's very difficult to arrange some friendlies for them because of our schedule. So that's why we've rotated already a bit in the last few games, where you saw other players coming in apart from the ones that all started in the first 2 or 3 games. And this might be a chance for other players to get some playing time as well. But it's not only about playing time. It's also for them. If they do really well during the week, which they've all done till now, they will get their chance eventually. That's also what you saw with Darwin, and with Cody as well. So let's see who will get the chance tomorrow. But most of them, maybe even all of them, will get their playing time during the season.
We're seeing how well Cody Gakpo played against AC Milan, and Darwin Núñez scored on Saturday as well. All those players who haven't been playing as much must be really hungry to get that game time as well.
Yeah, but I think every player is hungry to get playing time. If you play every week, you're hungry to stay in the team. There's so much competition in this team. We've got so many good players that, and I think they also like to go out because they like to play. They play for a great club in front of great supporters. So who would not like to play at a club like this in a home game for tomorrow as well? So we're in a good place when it comes to the quality players we have, and I can choose between a lot of players for tomorrow again as well.
Arne, Trent said after Bournemouth that he's finding his relationship with you really refreshing, and he's loving how harsh you are with him to try and push him to become one of the best defenders in Europe. What do you think that says about where he is at his career at the moment, that he's seeking that, from you in that way?
It's nice to hear it and to read it because I think we all remember the day Jürgen left, what that meant to him. So you can assume then how good of a relationship the two had. And to hear him saying this after 2 or 3 months about his new manager is always nice, apart from all other things. But it's always good that if they have such a strong relationship, and a lot of them, maybe all of them, had that with Jürgen. It's not always easy to come in and to replace a manager like this, and that he feels it like this is a positive thing, I think. But it's the same with him as with all the others. They all get a lot of individual attention to try to make them better, because if they will get better, then the team will get better as well.
Yeah. He also said defences win championships, and we spoke in the last week or so about how it's 5 clean sheets and 6 for you now. Just interested to know whether actually how well the defence has been going has made your job simpler higher up the pitch. I appreciate it's all connected, but has that maybe allowed you to make more progress than maybe you thought you might, because the defence has been so good?
Yeah, defense has been really good. Although in our last game, I think we needed our goalkeeper too many times to keep the clean sheet. And I think it was yesterday or the day before, I looked at the league table and looked at, okay, which teams did we face till now, and in what position are they, on the left side of the table, on the right side of the table. And I think all of them, apart from United, or I'm not sure about United, but most of them are on the right side of the table. So we say the right side of the table. Is it all the way you say it over here? Yeah. Okay. We go left and right, but you go just one. Okay. So you have to take that in account as well. There are a lot of difficult teams we still have to face, and if we are able, after playing those teams as well, with now, apart from West Ham United tomorrow, we go in the league for 2 difficult away games. Let's see where we are then when it comes to conceding goals, because maybe the fixture schedule has been nice to us when you look at the league table, and we've played from the 5 games, we played 3 times at home, so that helps as well.
When Trent was talking about the relationship he has with you, he talked about how much work he wants to do on the defensive side and previous defensive side. I just wondered if you could talk about what you've been doing with him, because he's always been seen as this attacking right back who was more creative, and sort of the defensive side of his game is something that was just sort of Grant has been what have you done and what have you seen in his game that needs work?
Yeah, it's difficult for me to judge how it has been in the years before. The only thing I know is that we are talking here about a player that won the Champions League and won the league title. So, and he mentioned himself, Trent, that winning a league is about defending. So, it's clear to me then that he's been a good defender all his life. But because he's so special with the ball, the main emphasis goes to him doing special things with the ball. And I think with him it's not about if he's capable of doing things, it's more his concentration rate, constantly be in 100% focus is where it's more about with him. So this is where we talk about a lot, that he has to stay active in every situation of the game, even if the ball is further away from him. But it's not that we or I learned him to defend in the last 3 months. He's won the league, he's won the Champions League. So it's just getting him to understand what all is necessary to play the best possible game. And that's what we talk about with all the individuals, but also with him.
Marnie, the under-21s play tonight in the competition. Will Trey Ranieri be in that squad, or is he have in mind for the West Ham?
Let's see first how everybody comes in this morning, and then we make a plan for every individual, where he's going to play, and if they are going to play. But the way I look at it now, it would be a fair chance for him to be in our squad instead of being with the under-21s. But it also depends on how fit all the other players are.
What do you make of him? Because there's quite sort of bit of excitement about him, because he's a young player with a lot of talent. What's your first impressions of him?
Yeah, I think what you say is true. He's a young player, a young player, really young, only just became 17, but with a lot of talent that had some impact in pre-season. So then, and when he played against Sevilla, he even scored a goal. So a talent, but only being a talent is not enough to play on a regular basis in the first team. So we need to keep developing him. He needs playing time. He needs playing time to develop, and that's why sometimes as a manager you feel like, oh, we might need him with the first team, but it's so important for him to keep playing his games. That's why he played in Milan also with the under-19s, because for him to develop, he needs to train with us, and he needs to keep having his playing time at the highest possible level. But I think training with the likes of all the midfielders we have and all the players we have helps him to develop as well. So we're taking good care of him, and we are aware of the fact that he's only 17, just became 17. And that's probably also the reason why people see him as such a talent, because he already showed some interesting things on this age.
Arne, I wanted to ask you about Ibrahima Konaté's performance against Bournemouth, in particular his use of the ball. It appeared the way the Bournemouth were playing, it seemed as though they saw it as an apparent weakness. They were marking Van Dijk very heavily every time Keller had the ball, so Konaté was often the spare man, and he had the task of trying to make a lot of key decisions in the build-up, and yet his passes were instrumental in all 3 goals. So as a coach, when an opponent sees something as an apparent weakness, how pleasing is it for you to see it become a strength?
I'm not sure if they see him as a weakness. What could be is that they see Virgil as an unbelievable strength. So that makes it maybe for Ibu, it's not that he has a weakness, but maybe Virgil is even further ahead when it comes to bringing the ball out from the back. It was a surprise for us as well, because all the games they played till now, they were pressing the left centre back with their number 10. And this was the first time they went to the right, and for us it was a real good decision for the reason you just said, because it led to 3 goals. But who knows what would have happened if they given Virgil the same amount of space. Maybe we would have scored even more. But it's a very positive thing for us and for me to see that that if they think they can press Ibu, that Ibu is capable of finding his teammates the way he did last Saturday.
Arne, just word on Kelleher, because obviously we've spoken before about he possibly might have gone to somebody's state, but he was very switched on when you needed him on Saturday. It must be very pleasing that, you know, when you can turn to him, he will be 100% for you.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised at all because of his performance, because he was very good in pre-season already, and I think he was very good with his national team as well. So it's a good thing for us that we have two quality players, and we forget the third one in his position, because almost in every position we have two, but in goalkeepers we've got 3 or 4, and our third one is also a real good goalkeeper. So it's a good thing for us, and like you saw, we need to have a strong squad, because you can pick up injuries or what can happen. So it was good to see and pleasing to see that he kept a clean sheet, not in a way that he had nothing to do, but he had to act a few times, and he acted really well.
Well done.
Yeah.
Just one more on Luis Diaz. He seems so highly motivated or something at the moment. Is it? Have you done anything differently with him?
The way I looked at Liverpool for the last 8-9 years, I only saw players that were highly motivated. I think almost every manager took Liverpool as an example of how to work without the ball. So the energy they've put in all these years with Jurgen, I think that's what you still see, and I'm really happy with this. So for me, I don't see any change. If you see differently, that's possible because you saw more games than me, but the way I looked at all the Liverpool players and the way they've played here in recent years, that they were always very aggressive, and that's what he still is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Alan,
You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely.